Today on my show of what topic I'm going to talk about on my show today is autism, and what else I'm going to talk about on my show today is I'm going to do a Netflix TV show review of Atypical. So the TV show Atypical is on Netflix. The show came out this year in 2017. So the show is about Sam Gardner. He's actually 18 years old. He's on the autism spectrum because so his character's actually high functioning because he knows so much about Antarctica. And yes, Antarctica is a real place with sea creatures, but that's off topic. So Sam, he's actually a young adult. He's not in his 20s, but he's a young person that's 18. So he tries to look for love. So he kept trying and trying, but he couldn't really find much luck. So Sam, he has a crush on his therapist named Julia. So if anyone has not ever seen the show before, I do not want to spoil what happens, or I don't want to tell you who Julia is. That you have to watch the show and find out. So Sam, he has a crush on Julia, but Julia has a boyfriend. So Sam, he looks for a practice girlfriend named Paige, even though one in real life, if a dude with autism tries to look for a practice girlfriend before he looks for a real girlfriend, that probably doesn't really work that way in the real world. But on the show, he finds Paige. So every time if Sam talks about Antarctica too much, Paige takes his cards away. I don't know. I don't want to tell you what happens. If anyone has not ever seen the show before of Atypical, then I highly recommend it, because I highly recommend it more for older kids with autism, and also with older kids that are normal, who were not born with autism, and also in real life, because each person who is on the autism spectrum, they're just born different, because most of them are a savant in Antarctica, because on the show, Sam, he's a savant that knows a lot about Antarctica facts. And most people with autism knows about math, science, or whatever subject they're good at. And I wanted to make this episode today for the people who are a big fan of the new Netflix TV show of Atypical, and the show Atypical is now available to watch on Netflix. But still, I would easily highly recommend it more for people, older kids or adults with autism because they might understand more if they're like high functioning or something. And that's all for my show today. And make sure to comment below of what do you think of the TV show Atypical and why? Or you can also comment below of what's your idea of what the plot should be about for season 2 of the show, if the show ever gets like renewed like next year or this year, or it just depends. And don't forget to subscribe and click like on the bottom below if you enjoyed this episode today. And that's all from my show today, and see you next time.